Good evening. In previous class we have seen organic light emitting devices, how it works, and what are the materials present in that one, what is the working principle behind this one. Okay, so let's see what is the mechanism of OLED, how it will do that one. Okay, so here OLED is composed of layer of organic materials. So it is composed of definitely organic materials, so that's why we call it as organic light emitting devices. Okay, materials, so situated between two electrodes. Already we know that between two electrodes. Okay, so here these organic molecules are electrically conductive. Okay, are electrically conductive due to, why these are conductive? Because of due to delocalization of electrons overall or part of the molecule. Okay, part of the molecule. If you take this organic compound, organic materials, so what happens here? Electrons are delocalized in the overall molecule or in the part of the molecule that is responsible for this one, electrical conductivity due to delocalization of electrons in overall molecule or part of the molecule. So it will produces this one. Okay, so this compound shows conductivity between insulators, and these compounds means OLEDs. Okay, shows conductivity between insulators and conductors. So that's why these are called as semiconductors. So it has a semiconductivity nature. Semiconductors. Okay, so here basic organic OLED contains single organic molecule. However, multi OLEDs synthesized with more layers. Okay, so because of the efficiency, here different layers will be there. OLEDs, subtracted layers support OLEDs. Okay, let's see another one. So this one, okay, mechanism, I am explaining the mechanism only. So here glass film is there, glass film. So anode layer is transparent layer. So it removes electrons. Okay, so here we are using indium tin oxide. Okay, tin oxide is commonly known as anode materials. Okay, so conductivity layer transport from anode. Okay, so this LEP means light emitting polymers. Are used as electroluminescent conducting polymers. Luminescent conducting polymers. Here we are using LVP here, conducting polymers. Okay, so this is here cathode layer injects electrons. Cathode injects electrons. So this is transport of non-metals. Here we are using cathode aluminium or calcium. But anode indium or tin oxide used as a anode. Okay, so let's see what is the structure of this one. Okay, okay, these are cathode. So this is cathode. This is emissive layer. This is anode. This is conducting layer. This is substrate. Okay, so this is substrate. Okay, so this one is this one. Okay, so this is conducting layer and substrate molecules are there. Just that is a conducting layer and the anode is there. This is a substrate molecule. Okay, so this one is like this. Okay, so this is the LEP. Okay, so next one, organic solar cells. Okay, or plastic solar cells. Next topic is organic solar cells. Organic solar cells. This is also called as plastic solar cells. Okay. So here what we are using here, sunlight. Solar means sunlight only, no? So it produces electricity. We know that we are using solar electricity. So here what will be there? Photovoltaic effect will be there. So by photovoltaic effect, the electricity will be produced. Okay, so these are act as a semiconductor like silicon, acts as a semiconductor like silicon. Okay, so when compared to organic solar cells are less expensive, means these are not as much as costlier than that inorganic. So that's why, so this is one of the advantage. So organic solar cells are less expensive than inorganic solar cells. Okay, inorganic. So that's why this is the important one. So here organic semiconductors, what they are producing here, This produces, organic semiconductor produces electrical conductivity. Okay, electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity. Okay, so electrical conductivity, how it will come electrical conductivity? Because of conjugated pi electrons are present in this one. Conjugated pi electrons. So this conjugated pi electrons produces mesomeric effect. Mesomeric effect. So that's why it transfers the pi electrons from pi bonding homo orbital to pi star LUMO orbital. So thereby it transfers the length. So if you see here, I will write. Okay, I will write here. Actually, we are having two levels, which are, this is a pi and this is a pi star. So we have to call it as psi, and this is a psi star. Okay. So this is a HOMO, highest occupied one. This is a LUMO. Okay. If it is having two electrons and this one, so what will be happen? One of the electron get excited and transfer into pi star level. Okay. So let's see. So if you use the photons, so what will be there? This. So by using this one of the electron get excited into pi star level. So here we'll get, this is a pi star, which is called as psi. This is psi star. This is a HOMO. We are not considering it as a HOMO LUMO because we are transferring one of the electron to this one. So that's why in each one there is a one electrons are there. Okay, so that's why. So thereby, if it get excited into this LUMO, thereby the conductivity, how it will come? So by transfer of electrons, from pi bonding HOMO to this pi star anti-bonding, this is not the bonding, anti-bonding. Pi star means anti-bonding LUMO. So after transfer of electrons, so pi will have one electron and pi star orbital will have one electron. Okay. So here energy gap. What is the energy gap from this one? So here energy gap is the 1 to 4 electron volts. 1 to 4 electron volts. Energy gap between HOMO and LUMO. Between HOMO and LUMO is about how much it is? 1 to 4 electron volt. 1 to 4 electron volt. So these are used as organic electronic materials to convert sunlight into electricity through the photovoltaic effect. I have explained already. So these are behaved as semiconductors, which are less. So these are less expensive than silicon. Okay, most of the photovoltaic cells are polymers. Okay, polymer solar cells made up of thin layers of organic materials. Okay, so these electronic structures of all organic semiconductors based on conjugated pi electrons. Why? So here pi conjugated electrons are there. In conjugated system, double bond pi electrons are there. If you see here, suppose I am explaining you. This is the conjugated, alternate double bonds are there. So here pi electrons will be there. If these are the pi electrons, pi bonds are there now. So how the pi bonds will be formed? By using pi electrons only, right? So for this one, so here it is having light absorption and emission, charge generation and transport will be there. Okay, so that's why organic photocells are made up of electron donor and electron acceptor. This is the electron donor HOMO and LUMO is the electron acceptor. Okay, acceptor. So when conjugated material exposed to light, what about happen? These pi electrons are exist in HOMO orbitals and transport to the LUMO orbitals. So how much? This is the it occurs at between 400 to 300 nanometers. 400 to 300 nanometers. Okay. So it involves pi to pi star electron transistors. It involves pi to pi star electron transistors. Electron transistors. Okay. So let's see how the lines will be there and what are the conjugated, isolated. Okay. There is no need to this one. Okay. So next one. Let's see what are the differences between organic and organic semiconductors. If you take organic semiconductors, so what is the organic semiconductors here? Electron acceptors and as well as electron donors are also present. Okay, electron donors. Okay, electron acceptors are there, electron donors are there. Okay, so what is the electron? Pi star anti-bonding MO. MO. This is pi bonding MO. MO means molecular orbital. Okay, so a pi molecular orbital donate the electron to the pi star anti-bonding molecular orbital, which is called as LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. This is HOMO, highest. Means here, if you see here two electrons will be there. This is pi and pi star. So highest here it is having psi 1 and psi 2 is there. So in psi 1 how many electrons are there? 2 is there. In psi 2 0 is there. So that's why it is called as HOMO, highest or occupied molecular orbital. Here no electrons are there, so that's why it is called as LUMO, least unoccupied molecular orbital. Okay, least unoccupied molecular orbital. Okay, so this is this one. So how we in this one here conjugated how the here pi star pi bonding, pi electrons are involving means what? Here there must be pi bonds. Pi bonds are present in the conjugated aliphatic or aromatic system containing pi electrons. Aromatic system containing this one. Okay, so let's see the inorganic semiconductors. Inorganic semiconductors. So these are rather than electron and holes. So holes will be there. So that's this is here two types of N-type semiconductors. N-type, P-type, N-type is there na? N-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor. Okay. So for example, this is the example 1, 3, 5 hexatriene. Okay. So this is about the organic differences between organic semiconductors and inorganic semiconductors. Let's see the next topic, nanocar. Nanocar. Okay, this nanocar is a molecule. This is not the car. This is a molecule. Okay, this nanocar, the nanocar is a molecule designed in 2005 at Rice University. Rice, which is named, this is a Rice University. So this explains explains the molecule consists of H shape, consists of H shape. Okay, so this is a molecule designed in 2005 at Rice University. Okay, so it consists of an H-shaped chassis fullerene groups. Okay, H-shaped shades with fullerene groups. Okay, it is contain fullerene groups attached to four corners. These are act as wheels. Okay, act as wheels. The original nano car doesn't contain a molecular motor, but hence it is not a real car. It was designed and questioned about this one. Okay, fullerenes who about this one. This is able to roll, means it moves about axial because fullerene wheels are fitted to all kind axial. Let's see the structure of this nano car. Okay, structure of nano car. Structure of nano car. Okay, so first it is attached to fullerene. This is fullerene, and it is having alkyne which is attached to aromatic compounds. Okay, so here it is having OCO C10H21, and here also OC10H21 will be there. Again it is continuing like this. It is continuing. Okay, so again it is having OC10H21, and here it is having. Okay, here this one is a smaller change will be there. Here it is having this one. Again here it is again attached to another molecule which is this one. Okay, here it is having OC10H21. Here it is having OC10H21. Okay, so next it is again attached to one more molecule like this. Here OC10H21 is there. Here OC10H21 is there. Again it is attached to another molecule, this one. Okay, this one here 1 2 3 is there, right? Okay, so I will write here just here we are having OC10H21 here, OC10H21 here. Okay, again we are having this triple bond which is attached to this one. Here it is attached to fullerene. Okay, here OC10H21, here OC10H21. Here it is attached to, means this end. Here OC10H21. This end attached to again one more, this one. Okay, H21. Here OC10H21 is there. Here OC10H21 will be there. Okay, again it is attached to another molecule, and it is attached to fullerene. Okay, fullerene. Here it is looks like a car. Okay, looks like a car. we are having. So here it is a fullerene. So this is a structure of nano car. Okay. So this is the base box. So here it looks like a wheels. If you see here, these are looks like a wheels. Okay. So this is about this. This is about the nano car. Okay. Nano car here. Alkyne groups are there. Aromatic groups are there, which is attached to again these compounds. Okay. So this is the structure of the nano car. So if they give in your exam, you have to write this structure and just write some sentences, you will get full marks. Okay. So this is the nano car. So how fullerene is there, and fullerene which is attached to alkyne moiety, and alkyne is again which is attached to which one? Which one? Here aromatic compound is there. So this is a continuous will be there. So again at another end it is having fullerene group. And at these positions, para positions, what will be there? Here OCO H21 groups are present in this one. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 here. It will looks like a car. Okay. Looks like a car. So that's why it is called as a nano car. Okay. So here I want to stop this. Next, in next class I will explain about the another one. Okay. Another topic by this. Fullerenes only will be there if it is completed. So total chapter will be over. Organic nano materials. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So this is important one nano car, and so whatever the I have explained. This one, so the carbon nanotubes and all, so I will give you the what are the material. Okay, so you have to learn carefully, and okay, ma'am. Thank you.